whether I win or lose, I'm going to enjoy every last move.
What's up, guys, and welcome to another character profile. This week, I'm doing the most biased character I could ever do because he's my favourite Yu-Gi-Oh character. So this week we're doing Zane Truesdale. I love you, Zane! So in the English version, he's known as Zane Truesdale. In the Japanese, he's known as Ryo Marufuji. He's 17 years old, and his anime debut was in Yu-Gi-Oh! GX Episode 1, The Next King of Games. His Japanese given name means excellent. His Japanese last name means perfect wisteria, with Maru meaning circle or perfection, and Fuji meaning wisteria. His English given name means God is gracious. And these are all the duels that I've found that Zane has been in. Ignore the ones where he's lost because clearly he wasn't in a right frame of mind for that. But yeah, there's his win-loss ratio. Quick gist on the character. Zane Truesdale is the strong older brother of Cyrus who stays in the Obelisk Blue dormitory. Zane is highly respected and a duel with him is reserved only for the elite because he's so awesome. He's also good friends with Alexis and her brother Atticus. In the original version of the series, he is nicknamed Kaiser Ryo. Zane serves as one of Jaden's friendly rivals during his first year, though he takes a more brutal approach to dueling after experiencing a transformation of mind during the next year. However, in subsequent years, he develops a fatal heart condition and seeks an opponent worthy enough to give him his final and greatest duel before he expires, though he is later revived under unexplained circumstances during Season 4. So, Zane's character design was overseen by Kenichi Hara. His first season outfit consists of the standard Obelisk Blue uniform with a more pronounced collar, tighter bound sleeves and pointed rims coming out the costume's lower back. His blue hair is sectioned into 3 layers and his eyes are blue. He carries an Academy issued dual disc on his left hand. And after graduating, he keeps his Obelisk Blue uniform and adds a black fingers glove to his right hand. Also, the button on his shirt becomes a star shape. Zane's second outfit consists of a black overcoat with white trimmings and sharp edges. The letter R is centered on his belt buckle, drawn from the first letter of his name in the Japanese version. This feature has been occasionally removed from the English version, but sometimes they do forget. Zane's facial expressions also elicit more angered or sadistic nuances than those of his previous design. Personality-wise, Zane is calm and collected with a deep respect for his opponents and his own cards. He feels that the connection between the duelist and his opponent, as well as the duelist himself and his deck, makes victory meaningful. His dub personality is harsher and has a sharper tone than his Japanese counterpart, which is quite surprising really. Following his duel in the underground against Mad Dog, his personality is much harsher, crueler and sadistic as he enjoys watching his opponents suffer. And in the English dubbed version, he even rants about how the world is made of hurt and that dueling is all about dealing with pain and inflicting pain on those who are weak. Oh, Zane. In Season 3, Zane's personality appears to take on a mix of both his former attitudes, the good and the bad. While he still duels much more aggressively and with more passion than in Season 1, Zane also appears capable of respecting his opponents again, and doesn't act so dark and needlessly cruel. His deck changes as well. While he still uses the Cyber Dark series, he uses his normal Cyber Dragons again, even bringing out Cyber End Dragon more often than Cyber Dark Dragon, and utilising Cyber End Dragon when Cyber Dark Dragon has failed. It was originally believed to be the electrodes that were the cause of Zane's heart problems, but it was later revealed the cause of his heart problems was actually his Cyber Dark deck, due to the card's desire to win at all costs. They were what were inflicting the damage to his heart. In his final duel against the possessed Jesse in the alternate dimension, he says he wishes to enjoy his last duel whether he wins or loses. When Cyrus was younger, he almost used the card Power Bond without thinking during his duel. He was stopped by Zane, who revealed that if he had used that card, he would have lost the duel at the end of his turn because of the card's drawback. Paying off Cyrus's opponents to end the duel, Zane sealed the card, stating that his brother could only use it when he was truly ready. Cyrus, believing himself to be a disgrace to his older brother, did not unseal the card until much later after his friend Jaden faced off against Zane. Zane was selected by Camula, the second member of the Shadow Riders, as a victim of a shadow duel. Although he overpowered her easily, the vampire forced him into an intentional loss by offering his brother's soul as payment for Illusion Gate. As a result, he was turned into a doll for a short period of time before Jaden managed to defeat Camilla, returning Zane to normal. Zane is one of the 3 people to have defeated Jaden in a duel, the other being Kyberman and Aster Phoenix. He later faces Jaden in a rematch, choosing him as his opponent for his ceremonial graduation duel. The duel ends in a draw since they use a variety of cards to raise their monsters' attack strengths to astronomical levels, but ended up taking damage equal to both monsters' attack points due to final fusion. Zane goes on to compete in the Duel Pro League after his graduation. While a fan favourite in the Pro League, he suffers his first true loss at the hands of Aster Phoenix. The duel that the two engage, it marks the first time Zane actually takes damage from Power Bond. From then on, Zane finds himself trapped in a perpetual losing streak until the events of his underground duels, where a new Zane is born. While in the alternate dimension, Zane decides to restore a traumatised Jaden back to his old self, but is unsuccessful as he didn't understand the extent of the trauma that being possessed had done to him. He decided to duel a Yugioh-possessed Jesse in order to fill his dying wish of being immortalised, but is defeated and dies from his heart conditions. However, he manages to grant his wish by making his Cyber End Dragon an eternal symbol of his skill and strength. Zane's performance in the duel and last words, along with the wisdom of the others, allow Jaden to put his problems aside and that he may face Yugioh. At the end of the series, after Zane is revived under unexplained circumstances, while he still has a heart condition, he is challenged by a Psycho-style dueler. Unable to continue with his duel because of his heart, Cyrus actually takes over and creates his own deck using his brother's Cyber Dark deck. After the duel, Zane allows Cyrus to keep the deck, with Zane saying he will start over with a new deck. He also wants to create a new Pro League name as a tag team partner with his brother Cyrus. So Zane uses a Cyber style deck, which I used to use in real life as well. Zane's so cool. He relies on Cyber Dragon and its fusion forms Cyber Twin Dragon and Cyber End Dragon, summoning them with Power Bond to raise their attack. Zane otherwise uses various fusion cards to speed up the summoning of Cyber End Dragon, such as Time Fusion and Future Fusion, and he protects himself from the damage inflicted by Power Bond with Cyber Kyrian and Damage Polarizer. During the Society of Light arc, Zane acquired an Underworld deck consisting of evil counterparts to his Cyber Dragons. This deck focuses on Cyber Dark Edge, Cyber Dark Keel, and Cyber Dark Horn, and their fused form, Cyber Dark Dragon. Zane powers up his Cyber Dark monsters by discarding Dragon-type monsters to his graveyard, and discards nearly his entire deck with Power Wall to strengthen Cyber Dark Dragon further. His previous Cyber Dragon cards play a minimal role in the deck until he starts using them again in the Dimension World arc. So with that, guys, that is another episode of Yu-Gi-Oh! Character Profiles. Hope you enjoyed the episode because it was on Zane, and Zane is the best. I know he lost a few times, but I still think he's the best to us in the series. Yeah, thanks for watching, and don't forget to check out my other videos, and bye.